We're here at Metro Tech with Miss Sarah McKinney, school board member for Metro Technology Centers, District Number 2, as we discuss or have casual conversations about Black History Month and the impact that it has on our educational system.
I grew up in southeastern Oklahoma. From grade school through high school, I attended segregated schools, as most people my age did. We loved school. It was the hub of the community activities. It was work and school that is so different from today. I graduated from Washington High. That is Booker T. Washington High School.
All right, Booker T, yes.
in Idyville, Oklahoma. I left high school and went into teaching. At that particular time, I was teaching at Capitol Hill High School. And those were very difficult years. And during that time, there wasn't a question about teaching young people Black history. When you were in an all-Black school and you had excellent Black teachers, you learned about your heritage, which is not so true. Our young Black people did not get taught Black history because of integration.
Let me ask you this. So as you grew up over the years and stuff, who were some of the influences in your life, that kept you, grounded, right, in that Black history, in that rich Black history that we know of today?
Basically, my high school teachers, wonderful people. And after leaving high school, of course, you kind of out in the world. You didn't get any of that until I started doing research on my own, and it was kind of a learning experience on your own from there on. And then living, applying for certain jobs that you knew you were qualified for and you didn't get, for various and sundry reasons. It was just different times.
Right, absolutely. So over the years now that you see how things have kind of transgressed over the years, do you feel like we've moved in a positive direction, or do you think we're moving backwards, especially with the climate of the political genre today? How do you see us moving forward?
We moved in a positive direction in my opinion, for a while, but now there's a different air about things, which brings to the fact that it's so important for us to have Black history programs and diversity taught in the schools, and programs to bring about an awareness. We're all one people. How are we going to get to better understand each other unless there's a discussion, a continuous discussion? And we all need to put more effort into having a better understanding of all people. This is America, and melting pot is not a high enough statement to make us understand that we're all one people. It doesn't matter about race, creed, or color, and we all live in America, and we all need to learn to get along together.
Absolutely.
And how are we going to do that if we don't know something about each other?
So here at Metro Tech, we have a DICE committee, and I'm actually a part of that. I'm the co-chair of that. Because of my vast, as I like to tell people, my vast background, right? I'm half Black, half Puerto Rican, half Grenadian, you name it. I have it all in me, right?
We're all mixed with something.
Exactly, right? With a little bit of something. And one of the things that I try to explain to folks is that DICE is more so of an opportunity for us to be able to learn from one another. I was in the military for 22 years, and I was able to travel the world. And one of the things that I've learned from those travels was that when you immerse yourself into that culture, right? Not only do you get to know who they are and what they're about, but then they also get to know you as well. And you would find out that we're not that much different.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of that. Everything
Absolutely.
that we want a happy life. We want a good career. We want our kids to be able to grow in an environment that is just safe for them. So like you said, in all essence, we are just all alike. We're just one people.
And I think one of the best places to get to know someone is at the table. It brings about a whole new understanding. We have to get to the point where we can feel comfortable with each other, be able to sit down and have a dialogue without feeling uneasy. And sometimes it's difficult for people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can see that. So as we wrap this up, what advice would you give educators now and then also future educators that are coming behind us as it relates to the continuance of making sure that, the Black history doesn't die, in other words, right? Doesn't go away, doesn't fade away. How do we keep that going? What advice would you give to future educators?
You know what? That word inclusiveness means a lot. So just live up to that. Live up to that. Include people in your conversation. Talk to people and see what their opinions are. And if they're different from yours, that's okay. Because sometimes when you get to know people, you can change their hearts and minds.
Absolutely. I love it.
Over a conversation.
Right.
Over a cup of coffee, over a cup of tea.
Absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, so we'll wrap this up. Once again, thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity to be able to speak with you, to hear your experiences, some of the things that you've learned over your career and over your life. I think it's truly an honor for me to be able to sit here with you and to hear some of those experiences.
It would take me a very long time to tell you about all of my experiences. So we don't have enough time for
We'll
that.
save that for another day then. We'll save that for an actual coffee conversation.
Okay.
How about that?
I'm going to hold you to that.
Yes, ma'am.